Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. We have 3 different DIYs for Thanksgiving that we're going to bring you today. We have a platter with your kids' handprints. We have a plate with your kids' thumbprints to make a pumpkin. And then we have a picture frame that has a leaf, a turkey, and a pumpkin on it. All of the items that we're putting on display we purchased from the Dollar Tree, so these are easy, inexpensive ways for you to display your child's craft work or artwork. And they're definitely a precious memory that you'll be able to keep for years to come or to give away as a gift. So for our pumpkin thumbprint plate, I got my plate from the Dollar Tree, and all of the plates this size, the small size, had a picture on them. And so what I am doing is I just got some of these little like makeup remover cotton sponges from the Dollar Tree and some rubbing alcohol, and this will wipe right off this picture. So just get your cotton swabs good and wet with the rubbing alcohol. And then you just have to, give it a good rub, a good scrub, and it'll take that right off. So after we get our picture taken off, you want to just wash your plate with soap and water, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start our pumpkin thumbprints. So for our plate, what we're going to do is we're going to make a pumpkin. We're going to use 3 thumbprints across, and then we're going to turn it upside down and use brown for the stem. So I'm actually going to paint her thumb. I think it works out a little bit better. You can always pour or squirt some paint out and let your kids dip their thumb into the paint. And you just want to try to get that first one right in the center good. Then we'll put one more. Okay. And being that it's on a plate, it really didn't take as much paint as it did on the paper. Right, and we're going to put the brown on her pinky, and that's going to be the stem. And you want to be sure to try to get it attached, to touch the pumpkin, if you can. All right, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to make a stem and some leaves on the top with some green. So here's our pumpkin plate. This is super cute, really easy to make if your kids are out of school or you just want a fun craft to do on the weekends. Mine love to paint, get them involved. It's a really quick and easy activity to make. I am going to go back and put a little clear spray paint on this just to make sure it sets it in. Obviously you can't eat off of this or wash it, or it would wash your paint off. But we're going to show it to you, all of our crafts on display here when we get finished with them. So our pumpkin plate, this turned out great. This is really a very simple project. If you need a quick gift for a grandparent or a parent, this is a great way to make that, a special memory with your kids. You'll love unpacking this every year when you go to get out your holiday decor. And I just have the little plate stand I got from the Dollar Tree, and that's what it's sitting on. So for our next DIY project, we're going to use this picture frame. I got it at the Dollar Tree, and it was black, and I just spray painted it an off-white, and then I just went and hit it a little bit with some sandpaper and some paper towel just to make it look that rusted, kind of weathered look. This was in the frame, this 3-picture divider, so I'm going to reuse that. I purchased this cardstock at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use it that we're going to put our fingerprints on. It's a little bit heavier paper than just using like a printer paper. It is not long enough though to go completely across the frame, so I did one piece and then I've got another one and after we put our prints on here, we're going to tape this in the back. You just want to, after you get your length, I traced around my frame here so I'll know to make sure to get my picture in the center. So on the right side, we're going to put our thumbprint pumpkin. We're going to use 3 thumbprints. I just painted her thumb orange, and she's going to start with putting one in the center. And then we're going to put one on each side. All right. So for the stem, I'm going to use brown, and we're going to use her pinky finger. Then I'm gonna turn it around, and I'm just gonna go back when this dries and make a little green stem and a leaf on it. So the middle spot on my picture frame, we're gonna do a turkey, and we're gonna do this one a little bit different than we did the platter. We're gonna use the back side of your hand, and you want, you know, if your kid holds their hand really tight, then your turkey isn't gonna have much of a neck and a head. So you want to have the pinky a little bit more relaxed, and we're gonna paint right in here. So I just want you to see what we painted, and you can decide which hand you want them to use, depending on which way you want the turkey to face. Better film it. You ready? Okay. Now he's a little bit skinny, so I'm gonna just have her kind of bump her hand at the bottom around here to make him a little bit fatter before we put the feathers on. So she just bumped the fatty part of the outside of her hand here a little bit to make him a little bit fatter. And now we're gonna go back and use the thumbprints and fingerprints to make some feathers around him. Okay. So we're just adding thumbprints around the turkey here and mixing the colors up. And you can use, you know, whatever colors. I'm gonna use red, orange, yellow, and green for our turkey feathers. And then they have to use their opposite hand to get this other side. It's a little bit hard to use that one hand when you're swapping sides here. So here's our finished turkey. I just added a little eyeball, a beak, and a gobble. I was gonna put some legs and some feet, but I don't think you're gonna see him because he's gonna be down in the bottom of the frame. So if your turkey's a little bit higher, you may wanna put some legs and some feet on him. So for the left side of the picture frame, we're gonna put a leaf, and we're gonna make a leaf with some thumb and fingerprints, and I've mixed some red, orange, and yellow. And I'm gonna just go down and make a little stem so we'll know, you know, where to put our prints on. So I've just got a stem here so we'll kind of have an outline of where to attach your prints. The bottom two, we're going to do the thumbs. All right. Now, next we're going to use the first finger because you want them to be a little bit of a different size. You don't want all of it to be the same size. And then we're going to use the pinky. And we're going to put one more in the top. All right. Thank you. So here's our picture frame we have on display. This really looks great. And you can see then we have the leaf and the turkey and the pumpkin. This is really a super easy, cheap way if you want to display some of your kids' handprints and fingerprints. And I've just got mine sitting on a plate stand that they had at the Dollar Tree is what's holding it up back behind there. And then just one of my turkeys I had in a pumpkin sitting in front of it. So for the first step, what we're going to do, you know, I've got my platter from the Dollar Tree. They had a couple different ones. I just picked this one. And I'm going to use, I got the chalk paint from Walmart. And this is a little bit bigger size. They had one other size too that was larger and then a smaller size, but they were out of the smaller size. And I've got the ivory is the color that I'm going to use. And then I've got a sponge brush from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to paint my platter, and then we're going to go back and put our handprints on here. I'm just going to pour a little on. And this ought to cover up all of that orange, all of that color that's underneath. So here's our platter. I did put 2 coats of the chalk paint on it, and now we're going to get ready to put our handprints on it. I have 3 kids, so I'm going to have one use their left hand, And then the other two are going to use their right hand like they're facing each other. So this is his hand, so you want to paint the thumb and the inside of the palm brown and then pick whatever colors you want for the feathers. That's good. All right. And now we're gonna go, so that's his handprint, and he's older, so of course he's a little bit, his handprint's a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is my youngest daughter's hand. We're gonna face hers the opposite way, and then we're gonna put it right in the middle. Okay. Okay, and this is my middle daughter, and she's gonna be facing the same way as her sister, but a little bit higher. I'll just push down where that center doesn't wanna get on there real good. All right. So here's our finished turkeys. I'm gonna go back and put some beaks and a little gobble on them. I was gonna fill this in, but I think I'm gonna leave it just like it is since it's how their handprint was. I did find these stickers at the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna use Thankful. I'm gonna cut this out and put Thankful up here and then go over it with some of the Mod Podge to make it stick on here. So I put my sticker on here, and I'm gonna go over it with this Mod Podge just to make sure it stays stuck on here real good. So I'm just going back, I'm gonna take some black, and I'm just taking one of these skewer sticks using the end, or you can take a toothpick or the end of your paintbrush and just put your eyeball for your turkey. Okay, now I'm gonna take some yellow and I'm gonna make some little beaks here on my turkeys. And then we're gonna add a gobble too on him. This one's kind of looking down, I think. More yellow. I just find if you're trying to do something really small and you don't want the brush to move, sometimes a toothpick or something that's wooden that's a little bit thinner, you know it's not going to move. Works a little bit better. Now I'm going to go back and add a gobble. And your kids, you know, let them do this if they want to do it. I'm just wanting to show you kind of a basic idea of how to decorate them. So I'm going to make some brown legs, and then I'm going to try to put some yellow feet. Just little sticks here for his legs. So here's our finished platter. I think it turned out great. I'm gonna take some clear spray paint when this dries and just go over it real lightly just to make sure it sets all of the paint in. This is really, you know, a very inexpensive way to make a great gift, especially for a grandparent, or if you're a grandparent and you're having the kids over at Thanksgiving, you wanna make something for the parents. This would be an awesome gift to make for them. It's quick, easy, inexpensive. It would be great to have on display, and then every year you'll enjoy unpacking this to put out with your holiday decorations. And here's our Thankful platter. This also looks really good to put out on display. You know, this is really good if you're a teacher and you're in the classroom and you want to make a gift for the parents, how the kids make a gift for the parents. This is really an inexpensive way to be able to do that. And something different from just doing it on paper and then laminating it. It also is a great gift if you're looking for a gift for a parent or a grandparent and they're hard to buy for. This is really something simple and easy to do. And my kids love to make art and make projects, love to participate. So get them involved. So here's our 3 completed items. I just wanted to show them to you together, and they look great together if you want to arrange them for display all together. These are an inexpensive way to work with your kids to make a great display for the holidays, or to make some holiday decor, or to give away as a gift. The frame, the platter, and the plate we purchased from the Dollar Tree. And then the paints, we just used some acrylic based paints that I got from Walmart that were only 97 cents a piece. Then you'll need a clear to go over the plate, and the platter I would get a clear spray paint to go over both of those just to seal in your artwork. You'll love unpacking these every year after year at the holidays and looking back to see how much your kids have grown. And they'll really are great to give away as a gift for a grandparent or a parent, or if you're a teacher and you need an idea to make for your kids and you want to make a gift for the parents for the holidays. These are a really simple, inexpensive way to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos. That keeps our videos at the top. Leave us a comment if you have any questions about these. Let us know, and thanks again for watching.